The first time I saw him, I almost hit him. It was 2:13 in the morning, somewhere on Route 46 in northern Pennsylvania, and the rain was coming down so hard my windshield wipers were basically useless. I mean, they were moving as fast as they could, screeching back and forth, but all I could see was water, sheets of it. The kind of rain that makes the road look like it's melting. Thunder kept cracking overhead so loud it rattled my steering wheel, and every flash of lightning lit up the trees lining the highway like giant black skeletons. I'd been driving for almost 5 hours, trying to make it to my brother's place in Ohio after my dad's funeral. I was exhausted, pissed off, and honestly, just wanted the night over with. Then the lightning flashed again, and for half a second, I saw someone standing in the middle of the road. I slammed the brakes so hard my tires hydroplaned. The car fishtailed across both lanes before stopping sideways, half on the shoulder. My chest hit the steering wheel. For a second, all I could hear was my own breathing and the rain hammering the roof. My headlights cut through the storm, and there he was, about 30 feet ahead of me. A man, completely still, facing me. He was drenched, wearing what looked like a dark hoodie and jeans, but his face was hidden under the hood. He wasn't waving for help, wasn't moving, just standing there like he'd been waiting for me. Then my phone buzzed. It was a text from my younger sister, Emily. "You still driving?" I stared at it for a second, then looked back up. The man was gone. I got out for maybe 3 seconds, yelling into the storm like an idiot. "Hello?" But there was nobody. Just rain, thunder, and the smell of wet asphalt. No footprints, no taillights, nothing. It freaked me out bad enough that I jumped back in my car and locked the doors. I should have kept driving right then, but I made the mistake of checking my GPS. No signal, just a spinning icon. That's when the radio, which had been playing static for 20 minutes, suddenly cut clear. A voice whispered, "Turn back." Then it went dead again. I laughed nervously because what else do you do? I figured it was some weird interference. Still, I put the car back in drive and kept moving. About 10 minutes later, I passed a rusted sign for a town called Mercer's Hollow. Population 614. Tiny place. Looked dead. The storm had knocked out most of the power, so everything was dark except one flickering gas station at the edge of town. My fuel light was on, so I pulled in. The place looked abandoned. One pump worked. The overhead light kept buzzing and flashing. Rainwater dripped through cracks in the awning. Inside, behind the counter, was this old guy with one eye cloudy white like cataracts. He just stared at me as I walked in, soaked from the rain. "Hell of a night," I said. He didn't answer. I grabbed coffee and paid cash. As he handed me change, he looked past me through the window. "You picked him up?" I frowned. "What?" He kept staring. "The man in the road." My stomach dropped. I turned around fast. Nothing was there. When I looked back, the old man was smiling. I left without my coffee. Back in the car, I texted Emily. "Stopped in some creepy town. Weird stuff." She replied instantly. "Send location." I tried. Failed. No signal. Then another text came, from an unknown number. "He's in the back seat." I nearly crashed again. I whipped around, empty. Just my duffel bag and funeral clothes. But the seat was wet, like someone had been sitting there. I told myself it was rain from when I got in. Had to be. But my hands were shaking now. I kept checking the rearview mirror every few seconds as the storm got worse. The road narrowed into thick woods. No houses, no lights, just endless black trees and lightning. Then I saw headlights behind me. Same distance. Not gaining, not falling back. Just there. For 20 straight minutes. Every turn I took, it followed. I finally pulled onto the shoulder and let it pass. It didn't. It stopped behind me. No lights. Just darkness. Then one flash of lightning lit everything up, and there was no car there at all. I hit the gas. At 2:57 a.m. I found a roadside motel called Pine View Lodge. 1 story, neon vacancy sign flickering. I didn't care how sketchy it looked. I just needed sleep. The woman at the desk was young, maybe early 20s, chewing gum and watching an old CRT TV. "Storm knocked out half the rooms," she said. "Room 7's open." She slid me the key. As I signed, I noticed a missing person poster taped beside the desk. A guy in a dark hoodie, the same build as the man in the road, last seen 3 nights earlier. My chest tightened. I asked her about it. She shrugged. People go missing out here. That wasn't comforting. Room 7 smelled like mildew and wet carpet. Thunder rattled the walls. The TV only played static. I locked the door, shoved a chair under the knob, and checked my phone. 3 missed calls from Emily. No signal. Then I noticed muddy footprints on the bathroom floor. Barefoot, leading to the bathtub, and stopping there. No prints out. I stood frozen, listening to rain drip from the ceiling. Then something knocked 3 times on the wall beside the bed. Knock, knock, knock. I called the front desk. No answer. The knocking came again. Same pattern. I looked through the peephole. Nobody. But across the parking lot, under the storm, was the hooded man, standing still, watching my room. I called 911. The operator answered, but the line was full of static. I told her everything. She asked for my location. Before I could answer, I heard my own voice on the line, repeating me, like a recording. Then the call disconnected. That's when I heard the bathroom curtain move. I grabbed the lamp and swung it open. Nobody. But in the tub was a cassette recorder, still playing. It was my voice, from the 911 call, before I had even made it. That was the first twist that broke me. I ran to the front office, empty. TV still on, chair spinning. On the desk was an old police report. Date, October 14th, 1998. Fatal car accident on Route 46 during thunderstorm. Driver, Daniel Mercer. Passenger missing. My name is Daniel Mercer. I swear to God. Same birthday, same hometown. That's impossible. I'd never been here. At least, I didn't think I had. That's when I found the security monitor. It showed my car pulling in. But the timestamp said 2:13 a.m., exactly when I saw the man in the road. And in the footage, someone got out of my back seat. The hooded man. Second twist. I grabbed the police report and got back in my car. I didn't care where I was going anymore. I just wanted out. Rain was flooding the road now. Thunder every few seconds. Lightning so bright it made the trees glow white. Then I passed a sign. Welcome to Mercer's Hollow. Again, same sign, same bullet holes. I'd driven in a straight line for 20 minutes. It was impossible. Then Emily finally called. I answered screaming, "Where are you?" She was crying. "Jake, you died 3 days ago." I laughed because it had to be a joke. She said my car had been found wrecked off Route 46. Police never found my body. My blood ran cold. Behind her on the call, I heard 3 knocks. Knock, knock, knock. Then she whispered, "He's here." Call dropped. Third twist. I drove until dawn, or what I thought was dawn. The sky never got lighter, just endless gray rain. I found an abandoned house in the woods and ran inside. Basement door wide open. I don't know why I went down there. Maybe because I heard someone crying. The basement smelled like rot and wet earth. There were dozens of missing person posters on the walls. Every single one was me. Different ages, different clothes, different years, like I'd been here over and over. Then I found the recordings, cassette tapes labeled with dates. Every storm, every crash, every time. Same story, different ending. That's when I understood. I wasn't being hunted. I was the thing following people. The hooded man wasn't a stranger. It was me, or what was left of me. And every storm, I guess I try to go home. The police found my car the next morning, or so the report says. They found it abandoned outside Pine View Lodge. No motel exists there anymore. Burned down in 2004. But the body cam footage from the deputies showed something. 3 muddy barefoot prints in the back seat, and on the fogged rear window, someone had written, "Turn back." I still hear the storm every night, even when the sky is clear. And sometimes at exactly 2:13 a.m., my phone lights up with a text from my own number. Just 4 words. He's in the road. And last night, I looked outside during the rain and saw my car pulling into the driveway.